Hey guys, it's Sports213 here, and today I'm going to be doing my last wacky bracket for this year. This one will be the ABC order bracket. So just like in the previous 2 years, whichever team's name is higher up on the alphabet, then I'm moving it on. So for example, D beats S because Duke is higher up on the alphabet than Sienna. As you can see, I've already done a few picks based on what I told you all. So continuing on, Louisville is higher up on the alphabet than South Florida. And then on this one, Michigan State is higher up on the alphabet barely than North Dakota State because M comes before N. And then we got two schools to start with the letter U in UCLA and UCF. And both of them have the first two same letters in UC, but UCF gets the edge over UCLA because the third letter, which is F, comes way before L. Yep, it's higher up on the alphabet than L, so that's why UCF gets the edge there. And then on this one, Furman higher up on the alphabet than UConn. Although UConn also goes by Connecticut, but we're just going based off of what we're seeing here. Then next up, Florida is higher up on the alphabet than both Prairie View and Lehigh. Now, with any of these first four games, if one of the first four teams is higher up on the alphabet than the other, then I'm moving it on. But in this case, both Prairie View and Lehigh's first letters come way after F. And F is higher up on the alphabet than both P and L. So that's why Florida moves on there. And then Clemson. McNeese being higher up on the alphabet than Vandy. Nebraska higher up on the alphabet than Troy. And then North Carolina. Illinois. St. Mary's higher up on the alphabet than Texas A&M because S is before T. Same with Houston, higher up on the alphabet than Idaho because H comes before I. Next region, of course, Arizona, higher up on the alphabet than Long Island because A is the first letter of the alphabet. Utah State, higher up on the alphabet than Villanova there. Then High Point, Arkansas. And then for this one, BYU, higher up on the alphabet than both Texas and NC State. Gonzaga higher up on the alphabet than Kennesaw State. And then two schools to start with M, Miami Hurricanes and Missouri. It is Miami that gets the edge over Missouri. Both of them have the first two same letters in both M and I, but looking at the third letter, Miami's third letter is A, Missouri's third letter is S, so A is higher up on the alphabet than S in that one, so that's why Miami moves on. Purdue higher up on the alphabet than Queens, and yes, P comes before Q. In this one, it is Howard who is higher up on the alphabet than Michigan. And then we have Georgia higher up on the alphabet than St. Louis. Now, if any of these first four teams, like for example, if UMBC then wins, then I'll just change it to Michigan just stays before the brackets lock. But for now in this one, it is Howard that's higher up on the alphabet than Michigan because the first four games haven't started yet since those start in just a few hours. Anyways, moving on. Then Akron higher up on the alphabet than Texas Tech. and then Alabama. And then in this one, Miami of Ohio, higher up on the alphabet than Tennessee. Well, both Miami of Ohio and SMU are higher up on the alphabet than Tennessee. And then we have Virginia, higher up on the alphabet than Wright State. Kentucky, higher up on the alphabet than Santa Clara. And then Iowa State is higher up on the alphabet than Tennessee State. On to the second round. Duke and Cal Baptist. Louisville, higher up on the alphabet than Michigan State. And then Furman, making it to the Sweet 16 in the ABC order bracket. And then Clemson, McNeese, Illinois, and Houston. So yes, I'm making sure that I'm choosing the team that is higher up on the alphabet than the other. Yep. Alright, second round for this region. Arizona, Arkansas. Then BYU takes out Gonzaga because B is higher up on the alphabet than G. And then Miami. And then in this one, it is Georgia. And then we got two schools to start with, in Akron, Alabama. It is Akron that gets the edge over Alabama because AK is higher up on the alphabet than AL. And then both Miami of Ohio and SMU are higher up on the alphabet than Virginia. And then it is Iowa State higher up on the alphabet than Kentucky, because I is 2 spots before K. Now Sweet 16 time. Cal Baptist is higher up on the alphabet than Duke. And then Furman higher up on the alphabet than Louisville. So Furman to the Elite Eight in the ABC bracket. And then Clemson higher up on the alphabet than McNeese. And then Houston higher up on the alphabet than Illinois. And we got 2 more schools to start with A there. Arizona and Arkansas. Both of them start with AR. But Arizona is higher up on the alphabet than Arkansas because ARI is higher up than ARK. And then BYU higher up on the alphabet than Miami. Akron higher up on the alphabet than Georgia. And then for this last one here, it is Iowa State higher up in the alphabet than both Miami of Ohio and SMU. And then we'll just stay down here for these Elite Eight games. It is Clemson and Akron to the Final Four in the ABC bracket. And the other 2 that will be joining them is Cal Baptist and Arizona. So the Final Four in this year's ABC bracket is Cal Baptist, Clemson, 2 schools to start with C, against potentially either Arizona or Akron, 2 schools to start with A. And going to the national title game in the ABC bracket, it is Cal Baptist against Akron. Yep. And even if this were to say Cal Baptist, yes, either way. Because CA is higher up on the alphabet than CL. And then, of course, AK is higher up on the alphabet than AR. So, yep, it is Cal Baptist against Akron in the championship in the ABC bracket. And for the 3rd straight year, the champions of the ABC bracket of March Madness is Akron. Yup. Because in the past 2 years, yep, Akron was higher up on the alphabet than anyone in the ABC bracket for the past 2 tournaments. And now in this year's tournament that they're in it once again, yep, they three-peat in the ABC bracket. Yep. For the third straight year, Akron wins it all in the ABC brackets. And if they keep making it to the tournament more of these years, man, then Akron's going to have a lot of titles in the ABC bracket. So, yep, that was my final wacky bracket that I did this year. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to join the Sports Dude Nation. And I'll see you guys later.